Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for this sold out edition of Smackdown, as we are just officially 1 week away from WrestleMania. We have a lot of stuff to finalize, especially the women's Money in the Bank side. We'll be getting to that momentarily, but the C Nation leader, John Cena, is out here. We have not seen him since his Elimination Chamber weekend. For Cena, obviously, WrestleMania begins just next week, and Cena is not on the card. Maybe Cena will be addressing his future live here on SmackDown. Certainly, a lot of stuff up in the air, and certainly would be a scene if it wouldn't be without John Cena on WrestleMania. Will we have Cena in some kind of role, some kind of capacity there at WrestleMania? We already know the hosts of WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. So we'll have to really find out here. Maybe if Cena will be involved, or if there's maybe more of an explanation on why he hasn't been here the last couple weeks, as well as not having a match on SmackDown at all for WrestleMania. Welcome to SmackDown, everyone. It's so great to be back. I haven't been around in the WWE for a couple weeks. Ever since Elimination Chamber, still trying to recover, but I feel like I'm at 100%. And I want to address the WWE Universe about, what's next for John Cena, as WrestleMania is live next week there in Hollywood, California. We already have two hosts, great hosts, for WrestleMania Night 1, that being Batista, and Night 2, that being Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You could not ask for better hosts there. Certainly can't wait to see how they will be hosting Night 1 and Night 2 with the majority of matches for 1 and 2. So that throws me out of that situation, and I'm all open for WrestleMania Night 1 or Night 2, but I just need to find myself an opponent. I do know there is plenty of superstars looking to make a name for themselves, plenty of young guys in the back that would love to step up to the plate and maybe even face me. So right now, I'm going to throw out an open challenge for WrestleMania. You can either accept it, come out here right now, and let me know that you've accepted it, or you can wait until WrestleMania. But I don't think you want these fans waiting too long. And, well, this is not a young up-and-coming superstar, ladies and gentlemen. This is the dead man from Death Valley, The Undertaker. How massive could this matchup be for WrestleMania? The Undertaker, that's his music, and there is The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring. Could you imagine Undertaker, John Cena at WrestleMania? This very well could be an all-time classic between these two. Two legends in the making. We know The Undertaker, a WWE Hall of Famer. Cena, whenever he does decide to, put his sneakers away for good, certainly Cena will be a first ballot Hall of Famer soon as he does that. But this is a moment, ladies and gentlemen, that we will never ever forget. Cena and The Undertaker in the same ring here tonight on a sold-out edition of SmackDown. We are just 1 week away from WrestleMania. The Dead Man and John Cena, same time, same place, right in front of us. This is a major moment to see both of these guys in the same ring at the same time. And with Taker coming out here, does that mean Taker is officially accepting Cena's open challenge for WrestleMania here? I hate to interrupt you, John, but did I just hear you? You want a match at WrestleMania? You're throwing out an open challenge for WrestleMania? Last year I had a matchup with Sting, and WrestleMania this year will be my last match ever. I'll still make appearances in WWE, but this will be my last WWE wrestling appearance. What do you say, John? One last time between you and me, big time John Cena versus the Dead Man, The Undertaker, live there at WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all, the stage that I helped make famous with my once undefeated streak. I defeated Sting last year, and I'm going to add you to that list. To be honest with you, Taker, I'm honestly very surprised. I said I wanted a up-and-coming superstar, a young guy to step up to the plate, but Hey, you want to be out here? You want to match up for WrestleMania? Let's do it one last time. Me and you, grandest stage of them all. John Cena versus The Undertaker. Give everything we got, but the result will go a whole different way with me winning 1, 2, 3. And the thing for you, Taker, is this isn't my last match. This isn't my last WrestleMania, I can tell you that. Yes, I'm in Hollywood and I'm all doing that, trying to make appearances when I can, but this certainly won't be my last-ditch effort. And at WrestleMania, in your retirement match, I will hit the attitude adjustment and send you away packing forever. How does that make you feel, Taker? One last chance. I love the back and forth between us, but yes, I do accept Cena. Me and you, WrestleMania. I can't wait to have it with one of the best to ever do it in the GOAT of WWE. Me and you, WrestleMania. Let's do this next week. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Undertaker, John Cena, next week here at WrestleMania. The GOAT, the greatest of all time, John Cena, takes on the dead man, The Undertaker. Next week at WrestleMania, the matchup is official. Both men have accepted it, and we will see these two go at it at the grandest stage of them all. Man, I can't believe we're going to get John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Two legends going at it in Undertaker's final matchup ever here in WWE. He said he will make appearances here and there, but for Undertaker, as of right now, this will be his retirement match here in WWE. But now we focus on the last couple spots in the women's Money in the Bank matchup. Mia Yim, tonight she will be in a triple threat matchup with the likes of Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Mia Yim recently got an opportunity against Eve Torres. Eve Torres would defeat Mia Yim last week. This will be Liv Morgan's third opportunity, as she has been not having the greatest luck. First time she failed, and this last week she was in a tag team matchup with Raquel Rodriguez, with the winning team going on to Money in the Bank. And well, Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart beat the team of Raquel and Liv Morgan. So continuing as a tag team, certainly struggling at the moment for Liv and Raquel, but another moment for Liv to continue to scratch and claw. And you're probably wondering why these women are getting so many opportunities. Well, the SmackDown's women's division is quite small compared to Monday Night Raw, with having plenty of options. So certainly SmackDown may be running into, depth issues here on SmackDown, but with the WWE draft just 2 weeks away, we could easily get that fixed with everything going around. JBL's going to have to make sure he has a tight-knit women's division. Same for, HBK on Monday Night Raw and Adam Pearce on NXT. And it's all about just the waiting game, making sure, everyone gets an opportunity. But they're going to be mindful, because obviously once they draft those rosters for Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, there will be no more superstar shakeups or anything like that until they get to the SummerSlam area the night after SummerSlam. So that's going to be essentially almost a half of a year, or a quarter of a year, essentially. But now here comes your women's tag team champion, Shayna Baszler. Right now, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey currently do not have a championship defense next weekend at Stand and Deliver or even at WrestleMania. It would suck for them not to have an opportunity, but who would honestly step up and face Ronda and Shayna right now? They've done quite well against the best of the best, from the Kabuki Warriors to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And, honestly, who's going to step up? Especially on the grandest stage of them all. But we're going to see if Shayna can actually get in to the Money in the Bank matchup. She has won the NXT Championship before. She's a current women's tag team champion, and she would love to add that Money in the Bank briefcase to where she can cash in anytime, anywhere. But she has to win this matchup first here. Referee has officially rung the bell. Mia Yim and Liv Morgan going at it here early on tonight And the other women's matchup that we're going to be seeing momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, will be between Nikki Cross and Ronda Rousey, the other half of the women's tag team champions. Nikki Cross hasn't been seen for a good while, but it's very convenient. She is back for WrestleMania time, from what I understand. She has been dealing with a number of various injuries and everything like that, but Nikki Cross is here on SmackDown, and, well, she'll get her opportunity of a lifetime. She's going to have to defeat the baddest woman on the planet, that being Ronda, and that is not going to be easy. And talking about more women's interactions tonight, we're going to have Rhea Ripley, the winner of the Elimination Chamber at Elimination Chamber. She will be facing Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Those two go face to face tonight to, essentially, I don't know, there might be a brawl, there might not be a brawl. We'll see how it goes, but those two will be face-to-face later on tonight. As now, look at Mia Yim with this headlock submission hold here, trying to suffocate Shayna Baszler. And Liv Morgan inadvertently taking out the referee momentarily. Now Liv with a pinfall. Referee a little bit slow with the pinfall after being hit by Liv Morgan. So, unfortunately, when you get hit, that's what you're going to run into, situations like that. Nice enziguri from Liv Morgan, trying to desperately get herself with all these multiple opportunities, especially JBL given to her, especially with all these women trying to, change their career for the better, especially get a big win tonight, then get into the Money in the Bank matchup next week, either Saturday or Sunday at WrestleMania. The depth of WrestleMania, the matches for Raw and SmackDown, they will be announced in order very, very soon, coming up this week of the go-home shows for Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. A lot of stuff that we have to get to, a lot of build-up, a lot of big-time matches are in store for us, especially the Undisputed Championship. Sami Zayn, not only will he have to defend the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, depending on who wins it on the pre-show, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will defend their championships, their tag team championships, but then also Sami Zayn will have to defend his Undisputed Championship against AJ Styles, the Royal Rumble winner. So imagine how that's going to fare when those two lock horns at WrestleMania. Styles certainly will be more 100% compared to Sami Zayn. Not saying Sami Zayn won't be able to, retain his championship, but it will be a lot easier for Styles necessarily. Is now Liv Morgan trying to maybe toss her over the rope of sorts, but Mia Yim not having any of it. No, right to the lower back there. No, a flatliner right on the sledgehammer. Is Liv Morgan going to WrestleMania? No, Mia Yim able to break it up, and this could be her moment. Mia Yim, here we go. Gonna put her in a ball. Oh my goodness, what a pile driver. Package pile driver takes down Liv Morgan. She is down and out as eat defeat to Mia Yim. And now Shayna Baszler. This is her opportunity. Is she gonna steal victory here? 2! No, Liv Morgan able to take some time to recuperate just enough to able to kick out. That could have been Shayna Baszler's opportunity to for sure get herself a match at WrestleMania. Mia Yim trying to go for a pinfall, but Shayna Baszler right there, literally to stop it. Queen of Spades, look at here. Big spine buster there, middle of the ring. Now Liv Morgan from behind. We've seen this before. The running double knees to the temple of Shayna. And now you got Mia and Liv Morgan going at it. Let's see if Mia Yim can put the final traces away of this matchup. Sit out powerbomb. And now, it's right, she's not trying to go for the pinfall, but it looks like she'll save it for later. Again, attacking the quad, why not? Slow down your opponent as much as you can. And now Shayna Baszler gonna look to put her final pieces of this match away, hitting that headlock submission hold here, almost like the Coquita clutch. But Mia Yim keeps the matchup going, keeps her opportunity to WrestleMania open for this exact moment. Nice big reversal from Shayna Baszler, and now, oh goodness, clubbing forearm strike. That could be the knockout blow to put out Mia Yim. Referee kind of slow in that opportunity. I think she's still recuperating after being hit by Liv Morgan early in the matchup. And talking about big-time matches, ladies and gentlemen, your SmackDown Tag Team Champion Kevin Owens will be in action as he will be taking on AJ Styles in your main event. Absolutely massive main event there. Also still to come tonight, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is in singles action, and he looks for some retribution against Damien Priest. Damien Priest and Finn Balor, those two put Stone Cold Steve Austin on the shelf for very close to a month. Stone Cold then would essentially come out after what we saw at the end of Finn Balor's championship matchup with Sami Zayn when Zayn defeated Finn Balor in that matchup. Finn Balor was on the stage, and all of a sudden Stone Cold would appear on the stage and stun Finn Balor multiple times, sending a message to Balor. But now tonight, Stone Cold faces off with Damien Priest. A huge opportunity for Stone Cold to not only take out Damien Priest, but to send a message to the rest of the Judgment Day, and for Stone Cold maybe to eventually end the Judgment Day once and for all. As a flatliner out of nowhere, Shayna has a kendo stick. Can only imagine where this might go. As Mia Yim, nice moonsault there to Liv Morgan. Mia Yim going to go for the pinfall attempt, but Shayna obviously right there to save the matchup. Continuing this matchup, a hard-hitting matchup for sure. As not the set-out powerbomb on the sledgehammer. Her head just gracing that top of that sledgehammer. Luckily, it wasn't a full-on, or that honestly would have been a great pinfall attempt there. To be honest with you, especially the hard part of that. Man, that would have been a knockout blow for sure. And now Mia Yim with defeat right there to Shayna Baszler, but Liv Morgan keeps the matchup going by breaking it up. This is anyone's ball game right now. All three of these women know how massive this match is, because certainly there will be no more opportunities after this. Loser won't necessarily be at WrestleMania. Shayna Baszler has an opportunity if they are able to find a title defense for her and Ronda, but we'll have to wait and see. As another defeat there from Mia Yim to the boot in the face there of Liv Morgan. Shayna Baszler right there and continues to break up this matchup. Both women dodging each other like it's playing dodgeball here. Back and forth we go. Flatliner, or almost like a flapjack, takes down Shayna. And now it looks like Mia Yim maybe wanting to swing for the fences, and Liv Morgan is not going to allow that. Now this could be Liv's moment, but Shayna continuing to scratch and claw. And with Shayna being in this matchup, Ronda Rousey being in the next one, certainly having those two in the Money in the Bank matchup, that very well could be a disaster for the rest of the women in that Money in the Bank qualifying match, or the actual Money in the Bank matchup, pardon me. It's now Baszler looking to go for that Coquina clutch, that submission hold there, but Mia Yim is right there. And also, ladies and gentlemen, once we have that winner-take-all matchup there at WrestleMania, as it's European Champion JD McDonagh taking on Intercontinental Champion Pete Dunne, as well as the Megastar LA Knight, in a triple threat winner-take-all matchup. All the championships are on the line. Winner will be walking out Intercontinental Champion and European Champion. But tonight, LA Knight faces off with the European Champion JD McDonagh just a week before that massive clash, so certainly a lot to pay attention to tonight live here on Smackdown, including Jade Cargill going face-to-face with Rhea Ripley. First time ever matchup going on between both of those women. I cannot wait to see that at WrestleMania. Two top-tier women. Rhea Ripley, she essentially came from the bottom all the way to the top of WWE, especially being a part of Judgment Day. That has helped her quite a bit. But will we see a new women's champion there at WrestleMania? Is it the time? And Liv Morgan, is she going to swing for the fences on Mia Yim on the rope? Yes, she does. Right there to the temple. Bam. And now Mia Yim's turn to maybe expose Liv Morgan with those kendo stick shots. But unfortunately for her, Shayna Baszler connecting with her own strikes with the knee. You gotta believe the next big maneuver might be able to put away this matchup. Shayna takes out Liv, and now, oh no, not again with those sledgehammer strikes. And those ribs will not be feeling good as Liv Morgan able to fight back briefly. Here comes Liv Morgan with those big strikes to take it to Shayna Baszler. Flatliner, down goes Baszler, but Mia Yim breaks it up. trying to give herself as much opportunity as she can. Connects a little bit with the leg drop, but Liv Morgan right there to try to inflict as much damage as she can here. Liv all fired up here. Mia Yim toss on the apron. We'll see if maybe Liv can, try to use it to the best of her abilities at this moment. Liv now. Oh, getting drop kicked to the back of the neck. Shayna in trouble on the in between that third and second turnbuckle there. Oh, big haymaker there from Mia Yim. Mia Yim, those massive strikes, and then Shayna from behind. You do not want to get in a ground and pound game, especially a striking game, with the likes of Shayna Baszler. Baszler just taking out Mia Yim. Liv Morgan trying to get back in the ring, but will it be too late? Yes, it is. And Shayna Baszler is going to WrestleMania, and she will be in the Money in the Bank matchup. Absolute craziness going on. Look at that big time dominator type of maneuver. Takes down Mia Yim. Liv Morgan had to go all the way around because she couldn't get in to the ring from that angle, unfortunately, and it was just too much time taken up. And just like that, Baszler is going to WrestleMania in that Money in the Bank matchup, and she very well could be the most dangerous woman in that matchup. We'll see if Rousey will join her in just a second. And now, since Shayna Baszler has joined the women's Money in the Bank, we will now see if Nikki Cross or Ronda Rousey will join her. The card is getting stacked even more, as this is a different variation of Nikki Cross, the superhero edition of Nikki Cross. We'll see how this version of Nikki Cross fares here tonight. In this one-on-one contest, it is not going to be easy whatsoever, but the whole career for Nikki Cross has not been easy, from being the likes of Sanity with Eric Young and Killian Dane and the rest of that company there. So certainly it's been a combustible, definitely years here for Nikki Cross, but right now we'll see if Cross can pick up a major win, one of her bigger wins probably of her entire career, and knock off one half of the women's tag team champions, Ronda Rousey. And I think Rousey, she's going to be absolutely happy, especially, if Ronda and Shayna are able to get into the Money in the Bank matchup. Maybe they won't have to defend their tag team championships, even though more than likely the WWE Universe is going to want to see it. But the question is, who can really step up to this moment right now to really face Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey? Like I said, they've had the number of quite a few of the women here in the tag team division, and really there's not a clear and concise tag team that I can go out of my way and say, hey, I think they deserve next. No, there's no decisive team that I can go out there and say that from Raw, SmackDown, or even NXT. I mean, Tegan Nox and Shotzi with that tag team win over Liv Morgan and Raquel, that will help them climb the rankings. But I honestly don't know if there's a decisive number one team right now that I can say, okay, hey, push them to the moon against Ronda Rousey and Shayna. Matchup is official. Here we go. Both women going at it here. And now Ronda gonna go almost with this, almost like a single leg Boston Crab, I believe, of sorts, or a single leg submission, no matter what. Right there in that left knee. Nikki trying to fight back, and she does. But how much damage was done early on in the matchup? Cross won't be able to fly around this ring like she intends to. Now Cross with an Irish whip off the ropes here. Here comes Nikki Cross. Swinging neck breaker, takes down the champion. This is what Nikki or I guess you can call her Nikki Cross or Nikki ASH, but no matter what you want to call her, she's a fighter to the very end, and something that Nikki Cross needs to do at this moment is continue to bring the fight to Ronda Rousey. You cannot allow her to get into her ground and pound game, and really work to her advantage as a flying headbutt. As though, I don't know what the hell had just happened. Pinfall opportunity though, but Ronda Rousey with a strong kick out there. Hit her so hard, both of these women went into another dimension. That is something you got to be on the lookout for when you face off with a superhero like Nikki Cross. as that was a very impressive neck breaker there into the leg drop there from Nikki Cross. Getting fired up right now. This right now is what Nikki Cross needs to continue to do. Take it to the champion. Keep her off guard. And now Cross again. Big clothesline. Did you see the velocity on that clothesline? She hit her as hard as she can, but Ronda Rousey said, hey, payback is a you-know-what. Big forearm strike takes down the challenger here. Look at these big strikes from Ronda. Certainly Ronda and Baszler being that matchup certainly would be, honestly, probably two favorites in that Money in the Bank matchup for SmackDown. So herself and Shayna would make a great duo, certainly for the women's matchup so far. We have Becky Lynch, Tegan Nox, Shotzi Blackheart, Eve Torres, and Shayna Baszler. And Ronda being in that, certainly Ronda, Shayna, and Becky Lynch would probably definitely be the top two women for sure, top three women in that group. But with Tegan Nox having previous experience with winning the Money in the Bank matchup, you cannot count out Tegan Nox. Because Tegan and Shotzi, they are a tag team as well. You could not count them out. So you never know. But you cannot count out Nikki Cross here as well. As now Cross swinging neck breaker there to Ronda Rousey. Is Nikki ASH, aka Nikki Cross, going to WrestleMania? She has Rousey down and out. Now going to the second turnbuckle into the flying headbutt. Takes down the champion. Referee's right there. 2. No, Rousey kicks out at the very last second. And Nikki cannot believe it. But now she's looking to maybe top off Rousey. High risk, high reward. Massive time here for Nikki Cross. The flying cross body turns Rousey inside out. Will that help out Nikki Cross? 2. No. Again, Rousey kicks out at 2.5. How much more can Nikki Cross do to Ronda Rousey to somehow put her away in this matchup? Seems like Nikki Cross is pulling out all sorts of maneuvers to try to put away Rousey, but every single time it does not work out in her favor. And right now, we'll see if Rousey might be able to turn her momentum around and knock off Nikki Cross here. It's a strong kick out from Cross. Certainly doing quite well early on. Could be just moments away from knocking off Ronda Rousey. Uh-oh. As soon as I say that, look at the arm bar, trying to rip that arm apart, but luckily for Nikki, the arm, or I should say the legs were underneath the rope, or at least touching the rope, to where not too much damage was necessarily done to the arm. And now Rousey, oh no, this is those strikes we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, those just brutal UFC women's champion strikes that we've seen before from Ronda Rousey. Rousey has been a former Raw Women's Champion. She's made it to the top of the mountain, but it is not easy to stay all the way up top there. As Cross rolls out the ring here, buying her some much needed time to really recuperate, and Rousey is pissed off right now. She wants to win this matchup and get herself into that Money in the Bank matchup at WrestleMania and join her tag team partner, that being Shayna Baszler. The referee telling Cross to get herself back inside the ring, but Cross, hey, she's gonna use that count from that referee right there to her, to her advantage is what I'm trying to say. Is Nikki Cross with a little bit of a comeback there against Rousey. Here we go. Could this be the moment? Could Nikki Cross beat Ronda Rousey here? This literally could be the biggest moment in Nikki Cross's career in a very long time. And now we saw this earlier to Rousey. Can she hit it again? Nikki Cross with the swinging neck breaker. Down goes Rousey. And Nikki Cross knows how big this moment is, but for her, she's not going for the pinfall. Is this taking too much time? Is this going to be bad for Nikki Cross? And then she connects with another swinging neck breaker. Certainly that has to be it this time. Is Cross going to Mania? Yes, she is. Nikki Cross with a massive win tonight. She has been out for a very long time. She comes back, and tonight she is going to WrestleMania next week, and she very well could surprise everyone and walk out Miss Money in the Bank. How crazy is that? Rousey just could not figure it out against Nikki Cross at the end of that matchup, and Nikki Cross used it to her advantage. Big win for Nikki Cross. Congratulations to this woman, and we'll see her at WrestleMania. Hey Cody, how's it doing, brother? Been looking to find you eventually. I know I haven't been able to for quite a bit of long time since you've been here on SmackDown. We've been doing our own thing. I've been aligned with Edge, but having to deal with Edge's problems, and now Edge has been completely cut off, and he's focusing on Christian, and now having to focus on winning this Money in the Bank briefcase to possibly cash in on somebody. That's what I'm focused for. I've done a lot of stuff here in WWE, but one thing I haven't done is win that Money in the Bank briefcase. And my long, illustrious career, to do that, still find something to do in my career, that's great for me. So I have to go through you and 4 other superstars just to do that. I might even RKO somebody off the top of the ladder if I have to. But there is one match that I still want to eventually have, and that is with you, the American Nightmare, Cody. Having your dad help me grow in this business, I will always forever be grateful for your dad. And I see so much of your dad in you, and you probably hear that all the time, but it comes from the heart, Cody, and I absolutely mean it. Obviously, those words mean a lot to me, Randy, and especially you helping out me growing through WWE in my early stages, 2009, 2010, a part of Legacy. Me, you, Ted DiBiase, we tore it down. Part of that Legacy group, but obviously we all know how that happened. But coming back to WWE, seeing you here still puts a smile on my face every single time. It's not every day that you get to see a legend being made and still see it after 10 years after being gone in this WWE, to come back and still have you here. It's a great thing to see. Your mentorship, your locker room leadership, it's just absolutely outstanding, and I cannot wait to be in the ring with you in that Money in the Bank matchup. But the thing that you brought up about having that singles matchup between me and you, that being a bucket list item essentially for you in your career, we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait for WrestleMania, Randy. We can do it next week here on the Go Home show of SmackDown. How you feel about that, Randy? That sounds good to me. I'm going to go round up JBL and see if we can go make this matchup official. I'll see you next week, Nightmare. Next week you're starting to see the build-up as Randy Orton going to go find JBL and try to secure a matchup we have not seen here in the return of Cody Rhodes, a one-on-one contest between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. That could be a major matchup if JBL is going to accept it. But right now, we go from that potential matchup to this locked-in matchup as your European Champion JD McDonagh takes on the Megastar LA Knight. Last week we saw a champion versus champion main event between JD McDonagh and Pete Dunne. McDonagh hit that brutal headbutt into that brutal suplex of his and walked out victorious. It seems like JD McDonagh has a plan and it's working out quite well. It's a winner-take-all triple threat matchup with the European Championship and the Intercontinental Championship being on the line at the same time in a triple threat matchup at WrestleMania. McDonagh, Pete Dunne, and LA Knight. Who do you guys believe will be able to walk out victorious? Do you give it to the Judgment Day? Could you imagine McDonagh with his big Funko Pop life-size doll walking out with the Intercontinental Championship and the European Championship? Or will it be Pete Dunne or LA Knight, the Megastar? It does definitely look weird without having the Megastar having the Intercontinental Championship around his waist, but the Megastar could go to Hollywood, take the European Championship and the Intercontinental Championship at the same damn time. Absolutely massive matchup. McDonagh bringing his head where honestly it didn't even have to be, but McDonagh wanted a big time matchup. He continues to survive. He's scratching and clawing. He won an Elimination Chamber by a countout by defeating Keith Lee. Not everyone's too happy about that, but a win is a win in his book, and he will continue to be European Champion. But at WrestleMania, will that be the same mindset? Will he be not only the top of one division, but he will be on the top of another division with not only the European Championship, but the Intercontinental Championship as well? As here we go, McDonagh LA Knight live here on Smackdown. Referee has rung the bell. Here we go. Two superstars going at it here live on SmackDown, trying to get the most momentum, and especially if McDonagh can defeat LA Knight, certainly that's going to help McDonagh going into next week's massive WrestleMania matchup. We do not know what night it will be right now. All we know is it's confirmed for WrestleMania as well. McDonagh, hold on here. Oh, is he looking for a Spanish fly early on in the matchup here? This could be very bad as he connects with a Spanish fly to LA Knight. That could be it. If I'm McDonagh, go for the pinfall. But as soon as I say that, LA Knight back to his feet somehow. Adrenaline flowing through his veins. And McDonagh has been on fire from top to bottom of this matchup early on. He's taking it to the Megastar. One of the biggest successful careers so far early on for his career, LA Knight. Ever since joining SmackDown, this man has catapulted himself to the top of SmackDown. Having to feud with the likes of Judgment Day, with certainly Finn Balor. Judgment Day have made his career a living hell there for a while before LA Knight would go on to defeat Finn Balor for that Intercontinental Championship. And now McDonagh could be moments away from hitting another Spanish fly. Did it in the other corner. He's going to do it in this corner. McDonagh bringing his A game, ladies and gentlemen. He is taking it to the Megastar. McDonagh, he is focused. He is ready. He's pulling out all sorts of stops here tonight on SmackDown. This is absolute craziness. Very surprising to see what we're seeing right now. McDonagh taking it to the Megastar. Pinfall opportunity. I was going to say maybe it could be it because LA Knight has taken a lot of damage. But certainly the Megastar will not back down from a fight. Being viewed as one of the worst superstars in the terms of, I guess you could call it heat, or the amount of hatred that someone gets from this audience, to being literally one of the top guys here in WWE. That is LA Knight. And could you imagine, like I mentioned, LA Knight being the top guy and holding two championships, the European Championship and that Intercontinental Championship? That would absolutely help his career, certainly. Same with the rest of these men in this matchup. Certainly holding two championships at one time, that could very well change their career for the better. Obviously, the Judgment Day would love to have two championships in their group. Obviously, Rhea Ripley going to be challenging for the women's championship, against Jade Cargill, and those two will go face to face later on tonight to build up to their WrestleMania match. Going for a clothesline. McDonagh able to move out the way, and McDonagh now going to connect with a over the top takedown there. Almost like a different variation of a back body drop. And LA Knight just feeling it right now. He has not been able to get much offense going. This has been all JD McDonagh tonight here live on SmackDown. Is a suicide dive, but McDonagh lands right on top of his head. LA Knight now, he needs to capitalize. Try to capitalize on that big mistake from McDonagh. Why not? You have to. This is... You want to have that momentum. You don't know if you'll be in a matchup next week besides WrestleMania. You don't know what the go-home show looks like for WrestleMania. Or I should say for SmackDown leading in to WrestleMania. And look at LA Knight telling McDonagh to get his ass in the ring. Will he? Looks like he's going to. McDonagh going to play the numbers game, or I guess when I say numbers game, it's obviously up to that 10 count where he doesn't necessarily need to rush in here. Ooh, big knee to the midsection, making sure LA Knight may not be able to breathe. But McDonagh looking to put the final pieces away in this matchup. McDonagh, here we go. No, LA Knight with the big reversal. And now LA Knight, here we go. The Megastar with a big takedown of the champion. but the rope break saves McDonagh. Oh, very curious to see if that maneuver would have been enough to put away JD. But now, this is where LA Knight has to capitalize, has to try to put away the champion. Here we go, LA Knight, big time knee strike into the clothesline, takes down the champion. Knight is not done, the Megastar wants to put away McDonagh with a BFT, and will that be enough for LA Knight? 2, 3, it is. LA Knight with a big win over the European Champion. It's going to be anyone's ball game, ladies and gentlemen, once we get to WrestleMania. That big stadium there in Hollywood, California, the brightest of lights. Batista, host of Night 1, The Rock, Night 2. Can only imagine what the brightest of lights will be shown on these superstars on the grandest stage of them all, that being WrestleMania. LA Knight showing you a little preview of what may come his way live there at WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, just before we start this massive matchup of the evening, I can confirm to you right now, next week here live on Smackdown, we will see Randy Orton, the Apex Predator, taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, next week here on the Go Home edition of Smackdown. From my recollection, this will be the very first time these two have fought each other here in WWE since Cody Rhodes has come back to WWE. It's been a couple years now. This is going to be absolutely massive for a SmackDown Go Home show into WrestleMania. But right now, we are focused on this big time matchup. Damien Priest, the Punisher of the Judgment Day, go one-on-one with one of the best of all time, if not the best man of all time, that being Stone Cold Steve Austin. Damien Priest has defeated The Undertaker one-on-one a couple months back here on SmackDown, and we'll see here tonight if Damien Priest can knock off Stone Cold Steve Austin before Stone Cold Steve Austin faces Finn Balor at WrestleMania. Certainly one of the bigger matches. As you heard the glass break, he is here. Stone Cold is here and looking to stomp a mud hole into the face there in Damien Priest. Certainly going to be a big time matchup, and certainly a career-defining matchup for Damien Priest. Can he handle the Texas Rattlesnake? He did The Undertaker, and now will look to take down Stone Cold Steve Austin a week before we get to WrestleMania. Massive, massive matchup. This match is happening due to what Priest and Balor did to Stone Cold just over a month ago when he put Stone Cold Steve Austin through 2 tables. Finn put Stone Cold through 1 table. Damien put Stone Cold through another table. 2 announced tables here at ringside. And the message was clearly sent. Stone Cold wasn't able to necessarily, be a part of Royal Rumble, which absolutely sucked to see himself and John Cena. Obviously, Elimination Chamber was a whole different story with Cena and Stone Cold being a part of the Chamber, but none of those guys walked out victorious. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Damien Priest and Stone Cold in this big-time matchup. Priest did quite well against Undertaker, like I mentioned, but this is a whole different ball game. Undertaker is going to retire against John Cena coming up next week at WrestleMania, and we'll see how much more Stone Cold has left in him. Could WrestleMania this year be his last one? Last year he took on Kevin Owens in a one-on-one winner, or I guess I almost said winner take all, but it was more of a stunner versus stunner matchup with Kevin Owens walking out victorious. But we'll see how WrestleMania fares. Will Finn Balor be able to put down Stone Cold once and for all? As now Priest, right there, that left knee. Obviously you have those braces on the knee there of Stone Cold, so it helps out with surgeries and all that stuff like that, but certainly doesn't mean Damien Priest won't work try to use it to his advantage. But Austin could use his knees to a advantage just because with those being metal braces right there, he could literally knock out Damien Priest there. And certainly Priest doesn't want that, but Stone Cold wouldn't mind beating some sense in to Damien Priest here. Oh, big punch there to Priest, takes him down momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting close to your main event of the evening. AJ Styles will be in action. He is your Royal Rumble winner. He's going to be taking on Sami Zayn's best friend, his tag team partner, that being Kevin Owens, one-on-one in the main event of the evening. Next week, AJ Styles and Sami Zayn go at it in the main event of WrestleMania. Two superstars that a lot of people have been wanting to reach the top of the mountain. Styles has done that quite a bit. This will be the first ever pay-per-view main event for Sami Zayn, but not only with that, this is the first ever major championship Sami Zayn has held, despite being a SmackDown Tag Team Champion. So this is Sami Zayn's moment. You don't want to have that type of moment where you win it at Elimination Chamber and then drop it there at WrestleMania. You want to go on, take it to WrestleMania, and continue to defend it. But it's not going to be easy, especially with whoever Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn face later on that night, or earlier on in that night, possibly. But we also don't even know if it's going to be the same night as well. We'll find out more for sure. As Priest now taking it to Stone Cold. Looking for I think almost like a bear hug type of submission hold, but Stone Cold was able to get out of it. Stunner to Priest. Stunner to Priest out of nowhere. Is this going to be it? Stone Cold going to go for the pinfall. Is that enough to put away the Punisher? 2, 3 it is. Stone Cold stuns Damien Priest, and there will be no major win tonight for Damien Priest. Look at that. Bam, that stunner right there. Stone Cold right there to make sure Damien Priest wouldn't necessarily get any time to recuperate. Pulls him away from the rope, and just like that, Stone Cold walks out victorious here, live here on SmackDown. Just a week away from WrestleMania, Stone Cold, Finn Balor, one-on-one. And the grandest stage of them all in Hollywood, California. Could be a night of celebration, bunch of beers in hand for Stone Cold. We'll have to wait and see for the Texas Rattlesnake. Stone Cold, over here. Yeah, over here. You see, you want to take the Judgment Day down once and for all. You're part of this leadership with Cody and Cena and the rest of this roster trying to take us down. And I've already beaten Cody to solidify the Judgment Day, but do you want another attempt? You could do it right here, right now, in this little area by these steel chairs. But just before you are tempted to maybe come out here and have us fight, I can guarantee you this WrestleMania will be a lot different compared to last year's WrestleMania, where you defeated Kevin Owens in a stunner versus stunner matchup. This is a whole different business. I am better than Kevin Owens, and I will show you at WrestleMania. Now, how about you get your ass in this crowd and let's have ourselves a fight just a week away from WrestleMania. What do you say, Steve? Me and you right here, right now in this god-awful crowd. What do you say? Well, certainly that is a big-time challenge sent out there from Finn Balor. He's out in the crowd. He's waiting for Stone Cold to come out. And we might have ourselves a fight here. And it certainly won't be no face-to-face, as now here comes Stone Cold. He's going to get himself a fight right here, right now, right in front of this crowd here. Oh no, this ain't going to end well for somebody of the sort. There's no Finn Balor able to fight himself out of that situation. And now, here comes Balor. Balor continuing to fight Stone Cold out here in the crowd, bringing the kicks, the punches, and everything that you want in between here. Stone Cold on the table here. Oh no, this ain't good. Finn Balor, no, 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 no. Superplex through the damn table. Damn it. This is what Finn Balor wanted. He wanted an all-out brawl here tonight after what happened last week. And now Finn again. Just these vicious steel chair strikes right to the temple, to the leg. This is not what we wanted to see, ladies and gentlemen. We would love to see Stone Cold beating the living crap out of Finn Balor, but Finn Balor is going to send his message, it seems like, here on Smackdown. Oh, no, no, no. German suplex through the damn table. Finn Balor coming out here, making a statement. Maybe you could even call it a trap if you'd like, but whatever you want to call it, it was highly effective. And Stone Cold is down and out, but it's not stopping Finn Balor from what he is wanting to do right now, and that is take it to the rattlesnake and the WWE Hall of Famer. And now what is Finn Balor doing now? Oh, no, no, no. Not on the broken table. And, oh, my God. Just a little bit of that table, ladies and gentlemen. Finn Balor laying waste to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I can only imagine what it's going to look like, ladies and gentlemen, once we get to WrestleMania. No, Finn Balor. No, he hit him on that half-broken piece of the table. Damn it, Finn. Finn takes out Stone Cold, and we'll see if Stone Cold will even be 100% heading into Mania next week here. Absolutely despicable act by Finn Balor, setting up that attack. Stone Cold, I mean, he didn't have to go out there. He went out there, got a fight with Finn Balor, but Finn Balor ultimately was able to reverse when Stone Cold tried putting him through a table, and Finn would ultimately just beat him down, put him through his own table, and hopefully Stone Cold will be able to be 100% heading into WrestleMania, or at least close to it, when he faces off with Finn Balor next week. But now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a massive main event. AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One, goes one-on-one with one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is the tag team partner to Sami Zayn, who is the current undisputed champion, because we know next week here at WrestleMania, AJ Styles, the challenger, Sami Zayn, the champion, in the main event of WrestleMania. Question is, will it be night 1 or night 2? We will have more information on the go-home show week starting on Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. You'll be seeing a list of night 1 and night 2 showing up, so make sure you guys keep an eye out on that for the official matches that will be on for night 1 and night 2. But now we wait for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to make their presence known here. Massive matchup here, a massive main event in your main event for certainly could be you could literally call one of the build-ups to WrestleMania. And there is your undisputed champion, Sami Zayn, coming out here and in full support of his tag team partner. Certainly Kevin Owens would love to get himself a win to build up to their tag team matchup at WrestleMania. We'll figure out who their challengers will be at WrestleMania on one of the pre-shows. We'll figure out more, like I said, when the official matches are announced for each night, for night 1 and night 2. And then Sami Zayn, like we mentioned, will have 2 fights. Obviously the SmackDown Tag Team Championship matchup, and then the Undisputed Championship in the main event of WrestleMania. But here tonight we focus on Styles and Owens, right here, right now. Matchup is underway. Here we go. Who is going to walk out with some momentum heading into SmackDown next week here? And ladies and gentlemen, not only this matchup, but there's plenty of high-octane action on both shows, especially the Money in the Bank matchup. That is going to be absolutely massive, massive night. Could be, certainly, you could have main eventers walk out with the briefcase, or you could have superstars that are highly underrated and trying to get their career underway here in WWE could have their breakout moment at WrestleMania, and it could be a whole new year. It was like that for last year when we saw Bianca Belair win the Money in the Bank briefcase, cash it in successfully, and would go on to hold it until until SummerSlam, to where Bayley would continue with her momentum, and right now she could very well hold it for a very long time. She's going to have to go through Bianca Belair, though, at WrestleMania, in the main event of WrestleMania. 1 or 2, we just don't know just yet. But just in talking about in the regards to that Money in the Bank matchup, definitely changes the career for the most part for the better. Styles can say that as well. If he's a former Mr. Money in the Bank in his own right, former Universal Champion, former WWE Champion. Finn Balor, part of the Judgment Day, he is a former Mr. Money in the Bank winner, former WWE Champion in his own right. So, like I said, big-time careers come full circle. Even Apollo Crews, he's a former Mr. Money in the Bank. Because look at Styles, kind of playing, I don't know if he was just trying to fly for a reason, but Owens is going to capitalize there. Owens looking for a big win here over the Royal Rumble winner. Can he get it? No. Styles with a huge kick out early on in this matchup. And Styles doing the veteran maneuver, rolling out of the ring, trying to recuperate, just to try to get himself a couple seconds. But just like that, being hit with a flying clothesline, that is not going to be feeling too good for that chest area. Especially when you got a big man like Kevin Owens flying at you with the speed that he was at. And for this matchup as well, with these two going at it, Sami Zayn gets a first row, view of AJ Styles. He knows how good AJ Styles is, but being in a first-person view of it here at ringside certainly will do him favors, I believe. There's now Owens. Oh no, this could be bad. Oh my God, the velocity on that powerbomb on the outside, man. As both men need to get back in the ring to avoid a countout, and they do. Styles now from behind, gonna look for the calf killer, it looks like, yes, but Owens does have his right ankle on the rope, so luckily for him, not too much damage to the ankle or even the knee. We'll see if Owens can keep Styles off of him, make sure he can't get any momentum going in his favor whatsoever here. Now, this is where we might actually see AJ Styles start picking up the pace possibly here. Styles now on the apron. Setting up a phenomenal forearm. Connecting right to the face of Kevin Owens. Is this it? 2. No, Owens kicks out at 2.5. Not too much damage has been done to Kevin Owens just yet. Styles is going to have to continue to bring the fight to Kevin Owens here. Back and forth. You love it when two dominant superstars go at it. The stunner there to Styles. Is this it? Yes, it is. Styles loses to Kevin Owens tonight in the main event. Styles probably wanted to make sure he walked out victorious to make sure he can go to WrestleMania with quite a bit of momentum. But tonight, Owens, you could say, stuns AJ Styles, and Kevin Owens picking up a massive win right here, right now here on SmackDown. And could this be the scene, both of them walking out SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and will Zayn walk out Undisputed Champion? And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment everyone has been waiting for tonight here on SmackDown, the face-to-face between Rhea Ripley and the Women's Champion Jade Cargill. A first-time ever matchup. This matchup was scheduled to go at a couple months ago on SmackDown, but the attack from Ronda Rousey on Rhea Ripley stopped that from even being possible. So tonight we get Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill face to face here just before that monumental showdown at WrestleMania. It's going to be a big time fight feel. You have the Eradicator of the Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley, looking to get that women's championship around her waist and lead the Judgment Day into the next era here in WWE. But then you got Jade Cargill, undefeated ever since joining here in WWE and signing to Smackdown. But the future of Jade Cargill could be very, very different, ladies and gentlemen. Not only if Jade wins tonight, everyone will be a free agent after both nights of WrestleMania. So anyone and everyone is eligible to be drafted. So we could see, Judgment Day, they could be separated. That'd be a big shame for that group. And then you could have, obviously, all of them working together. Maybe they all get drafted to Raw. Maybe they come back to SmackDown. It could be a major shakeup. They go to NXT. It really depends on what happens, but certainly when champions go at it, like Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, two absolute beasts, major names, an undefeated streak on the line. Rhea Ripley looking to make a name for herself as well and take that championship away from Jade Cargill. Could we see that happen at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen? It'll be something that we'll have to wait and see. There might not be any more waiting between these two. We might have some physicality on the charts here between both women. Rhea Ripley not waiting. Referee already ringing the bell just in the terms of might want to get some security out here. But both women face to face here right now on SmackDown. And now, look at Rhea. Rhea bringing the fight to Jade Cargill. JBL seems like he's embracing that. There's going to be some tension between both women. Jade Cargill has been unstoppable, but now she's running into the Eradicator of the Judgment Day, that being Rhea Ripley here. This is not a good spot to be if you are the champion right now. Rhea going to take down the champion. Look at that. The transition into a suplex position. Look at Rhea Ripley taking it to Jade Cargill. Oh, no. No. Rhea Ripley hitting her right in the face. Right in the face with that women's championship. Rhea Ripley taking it to Jade Cargill here. This is probably one of the first times I've ever seen something like that, where the champion is in danger here by the challenger. And that has been a lot of big names that we've seen encounter Jade Cargill, from Asuka to Ronda Rousey to Becky Lynch multiple times. This may be the moment that Rhea Ripley changes everything, and it could be the Rhea Ripley era very, very soon here, back in WWE. Ooh, and a big super kick lays down the champion. And it seems like Rhea Ripley may be taking this championship with her. Is she going to steal this championship? Jade Cargill not too happy about it, but Rhea Ripley, she's going to leave the championship down. But you could see that Rhea Ripley may have the champion's number, and we'll see it at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, one-on-one for the very first time ever here at WrestleMania. I cannot wait to see how it goes down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next edition of SmackDown very, very soon.